Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Vallen, and this is Animania. Today we're talking about pigs. Previously, I've covered cows and even some chickens, and in this case, we are, as stated before, going to cover pigs. Now, these are a little bit more used for their food, meaning that, the pork. They don't produce too much besides that. And that's about it. But yeah, let me, and of course this is, kind of just a sample of some of the pigs here. There are some basics to taking care of them. Obviously you'll find them out in the wild of Minecraft when you have Animania turned on. The sow is a female and the hog is a male. They are, the models are actually anatomically correct. I'm not going to bother showing that because I'm just going to say it. Now, there are ways of making them happy. Which is what you're going to want to do, so they will yield for you the most pork. You want to fatten up your pigs and make them a happy pig, or just have them around, entirely up to you. But they do prefer a couple different foods, of which allow me to go over here to this, and we have a bucket o' slop. Now, the bucket o' slop is made in many different ways. You can see here, I've got a lot of different recipes going on because I have a lot of recipes, well, a lot of things involved, but your traditional source of making slop is going to be a bucket of milk and 2 vegetables, or a vegetable and bread. That's your traditional source there. Now there are other methods with other mods installed, but that's pretty much it for a bucket o' slop. Now, of course, you can just hand feed it to the pig, or you can put it in your trough, and they will eat from it as they like. Once you feed one of the pigs, you should get, your little message there, and then they'll be befriended by you and should no longer despawn as a possibility. And you're going to want to do that with just about all of your pigs so that they don't go away by accident or anything like that. There was a previous issue where smaller baby animals in mud would actually despawn or, well, take damage because in mud you would kind of sink down a little bit. That should be fixed in future versions, but yeah. And just a quick side note. Now, that's not all that they enjoy, though. You can also feed them carrots. They do have a good preference for carrots, and if they are injured, like this guy here is missing a half heart, or this girl, the sow, you can just, feed them a little bit of food. So if they are taking a bunch of damage from something, somebody comes over and accidentally hits them or whatever, you can always just feed them and get them their health right back up. It's not a problem. Pretty easy stuff. Now, there are 6 kinds of pigs in this version, which is a little bit more than the cows and chickens in the past, but they also have different effects from their foods. Now, the ones that I have out here are the Yorkshires, the Whites, and the Blacks. And there's, like large black, large white, and of course the Yorkshires. Now, the White and the Yorkshires are equivalent to your standard Minecraft pigs. Now, the others all will have special stuff, or special drops. Now, if you kill a large white sow or pig, or a Yorkshire sow or Yorkshire hog, then you will gain a few raw pork chops of varying amounts. Usually it's somewhere in the neighborhood of about 4 per pig, depending on how well fed they are and such. And you can always cook those up and get your standard Minecraft pork chops, or use those raw pork chops in recipes and so on the other mods may need. Now, of course, if you go with some of the other pigs, which I will show towards the end of the video so that you can see what they look like, they will also drop different things. Like you've got your large pork chop, or raw pork, I should say, and you can actually use those in combination with a carving knife to create raw bacon. For instance, if I take this, I go into a crafting grid, just as before with the cow beef, you can actually make raw bacon with this, and you get 4 of them for that, which is actually a pretty good deal. Now, let me show you why that's a pretty good deal, because first, you can cook the roast pork, just like you can with a cow. You can cook the big slab of beef and before you cut it up into steaks if you want. It'll give you a lot more hunger refilling, as well as a good saturation boost. Now, you also get a good saturation boost from the slice of bacon, but you'd get a lot less hunger refill. But they both give absorption, which is really, really good. And depending on the pig, it is. If you have Old Spot or Hampshires or Durocs or large black styles, each one will give different kinds of benefits. Now, of course, the raw is not really going to give you much to go on at all. But if you look here, we'll start with the lowest ones. The Hampshires, they give you 4 Hunger Pops. The Old Spots give you 5. The Durocs give you 6. And then you get into the large black, and they give you 8. It's tremendous. And this is, of course, the roast pork. This is not the bacon. But the bacon is still really, really good. If you compare it to a regular Minecraft pork chop of 4 and, about close to 8 of the saturation, you get full saturation and 4 from a slice of bacon from a large black pork. So it can be really good, and any of these will give you absorption. Now, the bacons will give you absorption too, unless it's the unless of course it's the large black ones, which will give you absorption 3, and they'll give it to you for about 30 seconds. And if you go with the roast pork, it will give it to you for anywhere from a minute to a minute and a half, depending on the style of pork that you're going for. And once again, the large black ones are the ones that you want to go for. Now, there's more to this than just that. Let's say that you want to go with a more pleasant style, and you want to have these guys as pets instead of as food. Well, you can still use them to find food for yourself. Truffles. This is where the pigs come in and get a really interesting twist. Just like in real life, people can have used pigs to locate and find truffles, and they're often found in forests. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of real life and stuff like that, but in Minecraft, in Animania, basically you should be in a forest biome is going to be your best bet, because from my limited testing, very limited testing, and I did not verify this with the mod authors or anything, but putting a whole bunch of trees with this one pig in here and waiting and watching, no truffles were produced. But in a forest biome, allow me to actually teleport there with my map mod here. Here we go, teleport here. And I always teleport in the fence for some reason. And there we go. See this one here, this Yorkshire sow, I'm in a forest. I don't know if you can see it in the top right corner of my map. It says forest. But this little piggy here has been snuffling around and found a truffle. Now, you'll actually see them do a little animation and make some extra noises besides their usual oinking. They'll actually start making like a snuffle noise, and their nose will be on the ground, and they'll looks like they're digging or something, then one of these will pop up. Now, if you happen to find some of these in the wild, you don't have to have them be happy either. You can also grab some leads, take your pet with you on a tour through the forest, or so on. And as you see here, there was little smoke particles. This little lady's not too happy. She's not going to eat the truffles, and in fact, you can't eat truffles. I will show you how to use them shortly. But this little lady here, she's not too happy about it, but she's also a wild one. I did not feed her. So she could have despawned. I just got lucky that she did not so far. But that's the thing, though, is that if you just kind of fence them in, you give them a few pieces of food, you have them nearby in a forest or something like that, you might be able to randomly find some truffles sitting out on the ground. And then you just periodically run around and pick them up. In my personal experience, playing the modded Mischief 2 mod pack, with this mod installed, Kashka and I decided to make a little base in a forest area using some ruins nearby, and we had a pig nearby. By the time we got our basic base set up, this pig had given us like a stack and a half of truffles. It was kind of ridiculous, and they're very powerful food, and I will show you how that works in just a moment. All right, so here we are back at the base again with the rest of the farm animals. And in here I've got a truffle, which you can use to make truffle soup, you can use it to make a truffle omelet, and you can use it to make chocolate truffle, as well as one of the ingredients for a super omelet. Now, a truffle, in truffle soup, you think, all right, well, this means I need some kind of mushroom. No, you don't. You just need 2 truffles. Hold on a second, though. recipe for that is just a couple truffles and a wood bowl. And that'll get you truffle soup, which of course gives you quite a good amount of hunger regen, as well as regeneration. It's really good, and you don't have to be hungry in order to eat this, as is the case with most Animania food. Now, if I change to survival mode, and I actually munch on this truffle soup, you can see that I gained regeneration 3. Ignore the speed and jump boost that I have. Those are from inventory pets mod that I also have installed and on my hotbar. But regeneration 3 for a full minute from one bowl of that. That's end boss fighting material right there. That's really good. Really, really good. Ever have a fight with the Gaia Guardian? That's going to help you out. Now, chocolate truffle. What does the chocolate truffle do? It gives you speed boost for a minute. I already have speed though. But you can see here, speed 4 for a minute, which is already what I have, which, just so that you get an idea, I'm running right now. This is pretty good. I mean, this might not be like super duper power, but I don't see any problems with it. Doesn't give you step assist. I have something else giving me that right now. But you get the idea. Now, let's grab that chocolate truffle again. The recipe for that is just some cocoa beans, a truffle, and some sugar, or in this case, a bit of honey from another mod. Now, there is still more to go. A truffle omelet, which will give you regeneration for 30 seconds. Now, it's not going to be regeneration 3 like before, because that costs you 2 truffles. Truffle omelet costs you 1 egg, which has been cooked, as well as a truffle. We'll get you a truffle omelet. And of course, it's not going to give you that much hunger regen. It's going to be good food, not the best food. But hey, regen 2 for 30 seconds. That's going to be more than enough to refill your health bar like once or twice over for a regular vanilla play. And then comes the best one here, the super omelet, or at least the best in my opinion, the super omelet, which if you get some bacon, it doesn't matter any bacon. So you could get some regular like your lowest weight pig, whatever. You don't have to get the black ones. You can go with, as long as it's got special, as long as you can make bacon from it. In other words, the Durocs, the Old Spot, or the hamsters, or even the large black, which I would recommend you instead eat that bacon separate. But then you use that in combination with an omelet, which of course is just an egg that's been cooked in a furnace, a truffle, which a pig has also made for you, and cheese wedge, which is from a cow. Chicken, cow, pig, pig. 2 of those ingredients come from pigs for a super omelet, which will give you instant health. So therefore, you instantly, upon consuming it, will get health healed, your strength for 30 seconds, and regeneration for 30 seconds. Now, let me actually eat one of these, and you can see the benefits of that. Actually, here, let me take some damage here. Hold on. Here we go. I take 4 hearts of damage there. My regular hunger healed up a little bit there, but if I eat my super omelet, just watch my health bar, and you'll see that I instantly get that healing really fast. I get resistance 2, regeneration 2, and strength, all for 30 seconds. It's really, really good stuff. So there you go. Those are the benefits of the pigs, how you can feed them, which, as before, you can always hand feed them or put the slop in here. Carrots won't go in the trough, so you'll only be able to hand feed the pigs, but you can use those to lure them if you don't have any leads yet, but you can always make a lead relatively easy with the Animania recipe. There are a few more things that you should know, and that is what some of the pigs look like, as well as how else to keep them happy besides slop. And that is, you're going to want to have some water nearby, and they will consume the water blocks, so you're going to want to make sure that it is at least a 2x2 area, so that they will drink from the corners. And I recommend making it a little bit bigger than that if you have more than one pig, in case they both drink at the same time. But they do like to splash around in the water as well. They like to play around, but mud. Mud is really going to make a happy pig happy. And that is a very simple recipe. Now let me grab a piece here, and the recipe on this is just dirt with a bucket of water, and you get 2 mud blocks. So you can make more pieces than you have dirt. So you'll make twice as much mud as you harvest dirt. And you'll want at least a 2x3 area for 1 pig, at the very smallest. I recommend making it much bigger though, because they're just going to really enjoy it. And just keep getting muddy. And there's reason for that, because pigs don't sweat. They have to cool off well, they don't sweat through like sweat glands like we do. They cool off by covering themselves with mud. So hey, little known fact there, at least not by me. But you learn something new every day. Now let me show you what some of the other pigs look like. Now we've already got like the large whites, which of course are these really pale ones. We've got the large blacks, which are the really dark ones. And then we've got the Yorkshires, which are the very pink ones that look like most like your Minecraft ones. And we also have your old spots, which of course, look at the little guys. The little tiny piglets are just tremendously cute. But these are the spots. Then we've got the Durocs. Sorry, the piglets are just ridiculously cute. And then of course we have the Hampshires, which are kind of like two-toned. They're striped, and they're ridiculously cute. Oh gosh, the piglets! The piglets! Oh my gosh, look at these guys. Oh my gosh, so much cute. All right, that pretty much covers it. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, don't be afraid to spread the mischief to others if you think they'll enjoy this content too. And until next time, folks, I'll see ya. Piggies!